Hello class, so I wanted to talk with you about the symbolic self-portrait, which is our next drawing project. So the first thing you need to know is that it's going to be done on an 18 by 24 inch drawing paper. And you're going to be doing a self-portrait, but it's not going to be in the usual sense that you'd think of a self-portrait. So when you think of self-portrait, you might think of drawing your face. Okay, but we also identify ourselves with the objects and personal effects that we own. So in this project, you're going to be choosing items that you identify with that represent you, and you're going to be arranging them in a still life, and you're going to be making a contour drawing from this still life. And it's really an opportunity for you to be creative, original, and express yourself. So I know in the last projects there was some room for creativity, but in this project there's quite a bit of room for creativity. So the first step you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go around and find items that represent you. And then once you have these items, you're going to want to arrange them in a still life. And then you're going to want to get your viewfinder. Okay, so that's the cardboard frame that we made. And you're going to use that to consider various compositions. So you can move around your still life and look at the various compositions that you could create. So once you've done that, you're going to want to make 3 thumbnail sketches. Now, thumbnail sketches are just little studies that help you to consider possible compositional arrangements. And then you're going to want to choose one of those thumbnails, and you're going to want to develop it into a sketchbook drawing. I know it says 9 inches by 12 inches, but if you have an 8.5 by or an 8 by 10 inch sketchbook or an 8.5 by 11 inch sketchbook, that's fine as well. But basically, make a sketchbook study in your sketchbook. Okay, and that just helps you to refine your composition and get familiar with your subject. Now, what you're going to want to do once you've made your thumbnail, or once you made your sketchbook study, you're going to want to develop that into a full-size 18 by 24 inch contour drawing. And in this contour drawing, you're going to want to use varying line quality. So you could use varying line width, as we discussed in the shoe drawing, as well as varying line value. Okay, because line value, the value of a line could help to suggest depth, as well as any other use of line quality that you find through your own experimentation. Okay, so I also wanted to talk about the project goals. So when I go to grade the project, I'm going to be looking to see that you've chosen objects that represent you, that are important to you, that you've created a composition that actively uses negative space. So are you considering the spaces around and between the objects? They use line weight in intentional ways. Okay, so just a light source, and they use line value in an intentional way, such as to depict depth. So really, this is a contour line drawing that you're going to be using varying line quality, okay, in more ways than the previous projects.